Hello, and welcome to the Ontological Argument. The Ontological Argument is based on logic, a priori, and moves in apparently logical steps to the conclusion of God's existence. This makes it a deductive argument. Everyone holds an idea of who or what God is, whether they believe in Him or not. God is the greatest thing which can be imagined or thought of. An idea is not as great as a real thing. For instance, a £10 note in the mind is not as good as one in reality. Therefore, God must be real and must exist. In the year of our Lord, 1078, Anselm, the Archbishop of Canterbury, during his lifetime, first suggested the ontological argument, attempting to prove the existence of God by way of reductio ad absurdum. That's Latin, referring to absurdity, the opposite of what one is trying to prove. In this case, the existence of God being logically necessary. A young apprentice, known as Guanello, came from France, Europe, to challenge Anselm's grip upon the ontological argument.
Your argument is weak, old man. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
An epic battle ensued. Guanello suggested, using his powers of logical thinking, that if this argument was applied to anything else, such as the greatest island, it would come up with an invalid conclusion. This is how it works. This struck at the heart of Anselm's argument, leaving him stunned. Forcing himself up, Anselm struck back with the argument that his reasoning only works for God. Guanello crumbled. However, St. Thomas Aquinas also attacked Anselm in his ontological argument. Aquinas argued that for the argument to work, everyone must have the same concept of God. However, Aquinas cited this was not the case, for there are several different concepts of God. For example, some believe God had a body. Aquinas also said that even if everyone held the same concept of God, humans can only understand finite things, and since God is an infinitely great being, humans cannot understand Him, and therefore it is folly to attempt to use logic to prove His existence. Anselm's ontological argument died out for several centuries due to Aquinas' criticisms.
Join me, Anselm.
Never! You killed my argument!
No, Anselm. I am your argument.
That's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No!
So now you know and understand the ontological argument. You make the decision. Do you agree with Anselm's logical deduction of the existence of God? Or do you side with the arguments leveled against him by Guanello and Aquinas? You decide. I'm Joe Plum, and this has been the Ontological Argument. Good night.
What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Blue, 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 blue. Yeah, blah, blah,